What's up, YouTube? Hey, I wanted to do a little add-on video to my last video where I said everything that I did to the truck. I just added this hood scoop, and it's the same hood scoop that comes on the Dodge Rumblebee, the little SRT single cab truck. It's the same exact hood scoop. You can see it. I went and had the top, well, actually I had Rhino line. I had them do the whole thing, and then I painted over the Rhino line on the sides with my own paint, and then made it gloss clear at the top. But in my last video I said I was getting ready to get a fiberglass hood from Amera Hood with all the Ram Air ports and everything built into it, but that hood was like $750 plus another $3 something to ship it, and I was still willing to pay the $1,000 for it until I found out it was going to cost another $1,000 to paint it, and that was a no-go for me. I wasn't going to pay $2,000 for a piece of fiberglass, so I started looking at other options, and I found this Rumblebee one for like $240, I think it was, and it's real sturdy. It ain't one of those little flimsy plastic ones. This is the actual OEM one from Dodge. It actually bolts down. There's 3 bolts on each side, and then there's double-sided tape all the way around it. The only thing that I didn't like about it, when it came, instead of this mesh insert that I made, it came with like a flat piece of plastic where no air could get in there or anything, and it looked kind of cheesy, so I just didn't use it. And I went and bought some plastic mesh and then tried to match it up to the grill that I already had, which from a distance you can't tell it's different mesh or not. The mesh on the grill is actually steel, but this is only plastic mesh, and I just screwed it in there. It looks a lot better like that to me, but it's not functional because I didn't cut the holes out underneath it. But with the motor, I got the Hemi in there with the fuel injection, so I don't need no air hitting the fuel injection right now. I mean, so it was pointless for me to cut the holes in it right now. Maybe if I get a cold air intake I would, but even then the cold air intake comes around like this, and then the filter's like over here, so the holes underneath there are gonna do nothing for that filter. So I probably won't cutting holes in it, but who knows. But I think it looks pretty good. It probably would have looked better with the fiberglass one, because you wouldn't have been able to see any kind of a gap here from the scoop to the hood, which is not a big gap, but I mean, if somebody wanted to nitpick it, you could say there was a gap between the hood and the front and the scoop. But I mean, just rolling down the street, it looks like one big piece, one hood. So I mean, it looks good to me. You can let me know if it looks good, if it looks tacky or cheesy or whatever you think. Let me know. Next thing I'm gonna do to this truck is the interior, so I'm gonna get all brand new interior on it. And then after that, I'm gonna try and put a Hellcat engine in it, and that's gonna be a pain in the ass, and it's gonna be expensive. Cheapest Hellcat engine I found with the complete drop-in and all the pulleys and everything that goes with it was $15,000, and that was without the tranny. The tranny's probably another $2,500, so probably cost me about 20 grand altogether to get it put in. But that'll be a while down the road. First, I'm getting ready to do this interior, all brand new interior. I don't know if I'm going to redo the seats that are in there, or if I'm just going to go buy like 2018 Dodge Ram seats, put them in here, because I already know how to wire up all the heated seats and air conditioning seats and all the electric. I already have electric seats anyway, so that'll work fine. But there it is, the hood scoop. Get a closer look at how I painted it. I basically just had them Rhino line the whole thing black, and then I just taped it off. You can see the other where I actually fucked up the first time I painted it. I had a second line on the outside in black, so it would have been solid black here, gray, and then another black pinstripe around it. but I fucked it up and I had to redo it, and I had to scrap this black line here and just paint it gray. But oh well, you know, it's when you do shit yourself, sometimes shit happens and you gotta fix things. But looks pretty good. All right, thanks YouTube, let me know.